Hi and welcome back to another AlterEgos tutorial. This one we'll be looking at integrating the content generated by AlterEgos into your web page. So the first thing we'll do is we'll open up the publication folder and we'll be looking at these two HTML files. Now my editor of choice is Adobe Dreamweaver, so I'll be using that, but of course any other web development tool, HTML editor, will have similar functions to what I'll be showing you, but I'll try and keep away from anything that is development specific and just keep with the general text. So let's just go to this one first and open it with Dreamweaver. So here we go. Let's just flick it to, so we've just got the code window. Let's go and close this environment down. See, even I don't know what I'm doing part of the time. So there we go. Here is the code. The reason why it's slightly more verbose than normal is in the bottom of it is some help. So it basically is outlining all of the parameters that can be passed to it and what their potential values are. The rest of it is just making up the conventional body, but as you can see, there's lots of comments inside it. This isn't the one that we'll look at now. Let's go and look at the minimal one, and it puts it in a little bit more of a simplistic fashion. So here you go. So there you go. That's the whole of our web page. If I look at the design, you can see that we've got a div that has been defined. We'll go back to the code. This is this line, which is basically we're setting up an area and we're giving it a name. The area type is a div, which is a HTML element, and the name that we're going to give to it is AlterEgos Player. Then within the script, we're defining the makeup of the player and the parameters that have been elected to use with it, and then right at the end we're saying, okay, now write it into the object that's already been defined called AlterEgos Player. So if we were to have a look at that in a web page, hit F12, and there it is. This is what you would have seen before. Hit play.
AlterEgo characters can increase your site traffic.
Okay, so that's what we've got. Now let's see how easy it is to actually manipulate that environment. Going in, for instance, and putting in some other objects. For instance, if let's go and insert a table. We're going to, I normally start off with 2, give it 3 columns, make it 50% of the width of the web page. I'm not going to have any borders, and so on and so forth. And we're just going to put that in. Now the area that I'm particularly looking at addressing is center it. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to take this div that we've got here and put it in there, so it all looks a little bit more tidy and I've got a little bit more control. Now one of the ways you can do it is just select the div and cut it, and then go to this environment here and paste it. That's one of the most simplistic ways of doing it. That means that I can actually take this table now and manipulate it, make certain parts of it larger, smaller, change the colors of certain areas and so on. So for instance, in this area I'll go and change the background to blue, and in that area I'm going to change it to grey. This one I'm also going to change it to the same grey, and this one slightly darker version of the blue, and this one slightly darker version of the blue. And we'll save that, hit F12, and now we've got a kind of a page orientation taking place. We're getting some of the control elements that we basically want to be able to lay out a web page. Not pretty, but certainly serving its purpose. Let's just make this a bit wider. Bring these in. Of course, you must realize that this is not a web design tutorial, just to give you an idea of how easy it is to actually move everything around and place it within the confines of your own designs.
Alter ego characters can increase your site traffic, click-through conversions, and
Okay, so now if we go and have a look at the code, we can see that everything is pretty well the same. But now we've got a table. Inside the table, we've moved our div inside there now. And we are calling it to right. So this is the area that there's no need to actually change any of that. Yes, you might want to go in and change loop media to true and play on start to true, so when the page is loaded. Let's just give it a go and see how it goes. Let's just change that to true, save it, hit F12,
alter ego characters
and bang.
can increase your site traffic, click-through conversions, and of course the important custom.
So hopefully that gives you an idea of how easy it is to actually integrate the output into your own web page. So if you've got your own web page, go in there, define an area, put this div in there. To play safe, go to the bottom of your page where you actually see the final body and place this in there, and you'll always be safe. This will always load into a div that's already been defined. Now, always check up on the website because there will be additional tutorials that will go into this kind of area in slightly more detail using various different web tools and obviously integrating it with other products as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.